You always pass failure on the way to success. That's Mickey Rooney. I was thinking a lot about this, and there's so many people out there. I get Instagram messages, YouTube messages, email messages, where people will say, "Hey Heather, I'm in my 50s. I've tried this so many times. I failed, and I really don't believe this is doable for me. I believe that it happens for others, but not for me." And if you really think about that quote that I just shared with you, which is 100% true, by the way, having lost the weight, spent 10 years failing repeatedly, and then even failing during the 5 years I actually lost the weight, I had multiple fails, multiple things I had to learn and grow in. What it actually is indicating to you is not that you can't do it. It's that when you have those fails, you're actually on the path to success. You're just seeing it incorrectly. You're seeing it as a signal you should run back home because you obviously are incapable of getting where you want to go. But if you think about your fails on your journey from your home to the destination as your gas stations, when you leave your house to travel to another state, another city, don't you anticipate you're going to pass a gas station at some point? Like, doesn't that seem logical, right? Yes, of course it does, Heather. Well, if we view those gas stations as the points of failure in our journey, and we know they're coming, do we get freaked out by it? No. Do we take it as a sign we'll never get to the other city or the destination we're shooting for? No. We anticipate it, we expect it, we pull over, we do our thing, and then we move on, right? But unfortunately, because the way our brains work, when we get the little bit of pushback, the little bit of resistance on the fail, we feel like we got to turn tail and run back home, and thus we never make more progress, right? What if you were to see these fails as a good sign? What if you were to say, man, I've tried this multiple times. I've hit failure. I've let that make me believe I'm not making progress, so I quit and I ran back home. What if I got back on the road, I kept going, and I saw that fail as the gas station? It was going to be there. It had to be there, in fact, because that's part of the process. See, that's the problem, right? We assume when we venture out on our journey to losing whatever amount of weight we're losing, it should be the straight path. We should just eat at this 1 calorie deficit or point whatever, or however we're going about doing it. And we should just consistently make progress until we get to our destination, and then everything is going to be good. But nothing in life really works that way, right? Like, when have we ever had that? Never. So what if you anticipate the fails as part of the journey? What if you look at your history with the fails you've had and you say, I was actually on my way to success, but I chose to quit because I read the gas station wrong. I misunderstood. I thought I should never see a gas station on my journey, but in fact I was going to see a gas station on my journey, and instead of just parking there and staying indefinitely or turning around and going home, I should have gotten back on the interstate, right? I should have continued to move forward. Now, you might think to yourself, yeah, but Heather, I keep failing the same way every time. Now, this is where GPS comes in. So if you're hitting the same gas stations over and over again, wouldn't we say we're in an unhelpful loop? Sure. And that's the whole point of the Half Size Me podcast, of everything I put out there, this idea of breaking the cycle you're in, not getting into that dieting cycle over and over again the same way. Evaluate the fails. Learn from the fails. And instead of getting on the road and traveling exactly the same path over and over again, choose to get off on a detour. Choose to try a different approach. Choose to take the back roads as opposed to the interstates, right? Choose a different way of going about it. It doesn't mean you're doomed to a life of staying at that one gas station. It just means that you have to take a different route, okay? And will you find a gas station on that route? Abso-freaking-lutely you will. Because that's the road to success. And what does the road to success have? It has fails. It's part of it. And when I finally got that, like, I was trying to avoid something that was unavoidable. When you get to that point, then you can expect it. I failed again. Great. What can I learn from this one? Great. Let me get back on the road and continue to move forward, and hopefully I won't make the same mistake again, right? It's not seeing it as an end, but as part of the journey. I hope this idea helps you. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.